Murder mysteries are a Halloween classic, so making a one-shot for your D&D group is the perfect way to end Spooky Month. In this video we'll walk through the basics of writing a one-shot, and at the end we'll have a simple murder mystery that you can entertain your players with. We'll need a few things to get started: the setting, the deadline, the mystery, the characters, and the twist. Beginning our twisted tale in a mansion is classic, but let's mix things up a bit. We need an event that has a lot of people and a reason they can't leave. A runaway train, a space station, or an Arctic base. I'm a big fan of pirate ships, so we'll start there, in the middle of the ocean with nowhere to run. Now we want a fast approaching deadline that gets your players' hearts racing and leaves no time for long rests. This is often setting specific. The train will crash, the space station runs out of air, or the Arctic cold freezes everyone. For our pirate ship, if the crew being picked off one by one isn't enough, the fact that the ship is sinking and nobody wants to share a lifeboat with the killer is great motivation. Now for the mystery. What makes this murder so hard to solve? Did it take place in a locked room? Is the body missing? Is there no obvious cause of death? How about all of the above? A flash of lightning blinds the crew and the stormy seas cause mayhem on board. You hear the captain shouting for help and the sound of shattering glass. Investigating, your players find his cabin is locked and the captain is missing. A broken window leads them to believe he was pushed. Solving the how will likely lead your players to the who. The characters. A diverse cast of characters makes it easier for your players to remember each of them while encouraging them to interact and ask questions. As always, great NPCs are key to great storytelling. While it doesn't have to be as obvious as Colonel Mustard in the library with the candlestick, it helps to provide each major NPC with their own motivations and secrets. Even if they didn't actually commit the crime, perhaps they feel like it's their fault. Perhaps it is. Write out several interesting dark secrets and give them to your named NPCs, maybe even to the players too. Maybe Colonel Mustard got away with murder years ago and the ghosts of his victims are enacting revenge on his guests. Or the person with the most obvious motive is the second one to die. That leads us to the twist. Murder mysteries are perfect for twist endings. Those with the sharp eye and sharper intuition will have a chance to catch it and feel super smart while doing so. We have all the might and magic of D&D at our fingertips, so let's make it more interesting. Perhaps the scary ghosts are actually just trying to help, or the dead guy isn't really dead. But for ours, the ship has a stowaway, possibly captured on their last voyage. A vengeful siren who clouds the minds of the crew, forcing them to plunge themselves into the stormy sea, one at a time. I create and run D&D One-Shots like this over on the Dastardly D&D Discord server, where we have more talented dungeon masters hosting one-shots for you to join. Check the link in the description. Now that we have the outline for our story, it's almost ready to run. The last thing we need are the stat blocks for the enemies, should the players decide to use their fists instead of words. Luckily, the basic rules on D&D Beyond can cover most of the basic archetypes you might need. The spy, someone who wasn't even meant to be there. This NPC avoids answering questions. The bandit has a known history of crime, but this NPC will do anything to prove their innocence. The noble, a haughty NPC who finds the whole situation insulting and refuses to cooperate. The knight, an NPC with a strict sense of honor and would do anything to maintain it. The cultist, the most suspicious NPC, who always has had a problem with the victim. And finally, the commoner, for all of the unnamed NPCs. If you need some spooky stat blocks for your murder mystery, I have you covered with plenty of horror icons in this playlist. Or check out this video by KR King on his take on the Halloween one-shot. A great big thank you to the heroes over on Patreon, and the Dastardly DMs, Whimsical Wisp, and Character G Dreamer. See you soon. Bye!